Hello, BookTube, and welcome back to Framed. This is a September BookTube event, largely the brainchild of Heather Gregg over on her channel. I'll leave a link to her channel down below. I don't think I did that last time. Designed, of course, if you've listened to her channel, then you know that this event will be all about art. And that is a pretty broad remit for BookTube. You can read a book about art, and that itself encompasses millions of different kinds of books. A study of piano concertos, a biography of Duke Ellington, history of the American musical, Ethan Morden, any of that will fit. And then there's another part of Framed, which I don't know that I'm going to be able to do, and that is to share some art that you go and look at, where you go to an art museum and you take your viewers along. I don't quite know how to do that. So my contribution along those lines for Framed might have to wait until I have a guest who has video editing capability and maybe a car so that we can go to an art museum. But there's also a third part to Framed, and that is the extra challenge of making art yourself. And I have been indulging myself in that. This is the second year where I have indulged in videos where we just go through drawing something together. I sketch every night. I have forever. I'm not good, but I do love doing it, and I love talking about it. I didn't think that I would love talking about it until I tried it last year, and really did. So this year I thought we would build on the video that we did last time. Last time we did a figure, a human figure, because September is Cimmerian September, Michael K. Vaughan's event, all about Conan the Barbarian. So I thought it might be neat if in the course of Framed we could draw Conan the Barbarian. And that was going to be how I was going to start off that last video, but then I realized, well, before you draw Conan the Barbarian, you have to be able to draw a person. And not everybody can do that. Keep in mind, something I didn't stress last time, I won't stress it this time. You already know, all of you already know where I stand on the subject. There's no such thing as an artistic person and a non-artistic person. Artistic, writing ability, music ability, there's no such thing. It's just practice. It's just doing the work. That's all. There's no such thing as someone who is made to be artistic, who can draw, and someone who can't. That's ridiculous. You have hands, you have a pencil, you can draw. So we started off, we did a basic male form. And we made a few mistakes, which is what you have your B eraser for. We're not going to erase any of this. We're just going to do it over. We're going to do a take two. But you can see some of the mistakes here. We are drawing Conan, and I think that was on my mind, where I made him way too big. And also, just physically, the form is too big, so we don't see his feet. So we are going to this is an Unbound Galley copy of To the End of the Earth, World War II history, but we're going to make it interesting for a change. So we're gonna let's see how are we gonna do this. Let's find another blank page. There we go. Well, it's not quite blank. It has "not for distribution" slapped across it there, but it's so soft that we can ignore it. Now we already know the mistakes we made the last time. We made Conan too chesty. And we made him too big. We made the picture itself too big. Because we want Conan to fit in this space. All of him. We want him all to fit in this space. So we're going to have to keep that in mind now and make him a little smaller. Once again, we're going to start with the oval of the head. Now, keep in mind, for the head, we're going to draw an oval. But it's not going to stay that way. Right? Because your head is an oval, but then everybody's details change. Some ovals sag. Some burst out on the sides, etc., etc. So we'll let's draw. How are we going to do this? Well, no, I don't want to. We'll just make things smaller. That's all. So we'll draw an oval up top here, and then keep in mind the eyes bisect the head. And you've got the nose, and then you've got the mouth, ears on the side, and then remember we said the throat comes down to this V right here between your two clavicles. So we can do all that. Your throat comes down like that, and if you're a big, strong, muscle weight heat man, your neck tents down in a triangle instead of sloping straight down like in a skinny person. So we got that already. And you notice that is smaller than the last time. Now, in that last one here, let's look at that again to see what our mistake was. Notice I said that in the male anatomy, the hands, when they are resting at the side, are right about exactly where they can grab the beagle. But you notice that isn't well done here, because the hands are too small and they seem to be a little shortened, almost like the person is bending the elbow. And there's a way to fix that. That you have to I eyeballed it the first time, but there's a way to fix it so that that doesn't happen. And that is to draw the arms and hands first. Because keep in mind, we said your anatomy is going to help you to draw what you're doing here. No need to look at a textbook. No need to look at a model. Your anatomy is all you need. Your throat comes down to this V right here. The V is the middle of these two clavicles that extend like wings, the same length in opposite directions to the ball and socket joints of your shoulders. And the ball and socket joints of your shoulders are also where your pectoral muscles are attached on either side. So you are bilaterally symmetrical. So it should be easy to do this. And we mentioned that your arms descend from those ball and socket joints until the hands reach the beagle. So what if we were to draw those first? Keeping in mind the proportions that we need. So the shoulder is going down on either side. Then it hits the ball and socket joint of the shoulder. See, so we've got just like that. And the reason that you know that this works is because this, it is hard to do when you're back here. We've got the B eraser. We can just erase that line. There is no such thing on the body. But the shoulder has to be, the ball and socket of the shoulder has to be on line with the wing of the clavicle, which springs from this V, which is directly under your chin at the apex of the triangle of the throat. So all of this is helping you. Every part of this is helping you to draw every other part. So we can take that, see what I mean? Take that clavicle and draw those lines. They go straight to the shoulders on either side. So here is where your pectoral muscles are going to be. Right there on either side with a line going right down the middle. So if we know that's true, and let's put the rib cage in here. We've got the let's start this off just a little. We'll give this Conan a lot less in the way of chest day. We've got rib cage like that, but let's not do any more of the rib cage. Instead, let's do the arms. So you give yourself, if you've got well-developed shoulders, you'll have the so-called piano keys, and you've got insertions on your shoulder muscles there. We are drawing Conan after all. But then let's draw the arms and help to get them in position, in a little better position than they were the last time. The arms should look normal all the way to the hands. And it's also, the hands, you can just draw them because it's kind of a nice detail to have them jutting out in front of the legs. It feels a little bit more lifelike that way. Let's see if we can make this a little bit more lifelike, a little bit better proportioned than they were the first time. Okay, so one of them, I've got my eraser here. One of them came out a little better than the other, so let's get them to match. If one of them comes out right, then you can just do the other one. Let's see. Sorry, I don't mean to take so long away from you. Okay, there we go. So see what I mean? We draw the arms that way so that they look a little more natural. They're not quite right because this one's longer than this one, but close enough. Then we have a guideline for where the rest of it is going to go because we know what those arms are going to be positioned to grab. So we've got, once again, we've got the abdomen and the 8-pack ab. Because all of this is bilaterally symmetrical, so if you're drawing one side, all you have to do is mirror it on the other side. We will once again draw the good boy, the goodest boy. Because this is a family channel. Okay. See? So there we go. The arms look a little more natural here. They look a little bit better, and partly the reason for that is because we haven't made the upper body is big and wide, but it doesn't have these huge double D cup pectoral muscles. And then we've got the legs. I might still not have given myself enough room for the legs, but let's give it a try. Your leg muscles, your calf muscles, when they're really developed, they come down in a nice tent formation over your knees. Then your thigh, there we go. Oh no, I did leave myself enough room. All right, good. And this is rough. Keep in mind, you have an eraser for a reason. You've got the ankles, the big toe, and then the other toes. And there we go. There we go. So that is our body. That is our male body. It's exaggerated, a little simian in the exaggerations, mainly because this is a comic book character that we're doing. This is a fantasy character. And also an idealization of a perfect man. But close enough. Close enough, especially when we're going at speed and we've never done it before. A lot of you will never have done this before. So there you go. The proportions here are a little off. This is too wide. And the arm should not be so close to the same length as the legs. But good enough. Good enough to start with. So what do we do next? To tap on the beagle for your attention. What do we do next? Now that we've got the rough outline here. We're not going to reuse this. Don't fall in love with anything that you're drawing. Just keep doing it over again. We'll do this again next time. So now that we've got this, what do we need? Well, number one thing we need, obviously, is to get rid of the beagle. So the next time we will give Conan his typical bearskin loincloth. Clothing, in other words, is what we need next. We need boots, loincloth, a sword, perhaps chainmail, maybe a cloak, perhaps a helmet, hair, certainly. So we'll do the accoutrements next time. We'll draw the body again and go over all the basics again, and then we'll draw some of the accoutrements and see if we can start to make this look a little more like Conan. Because we're going to get there. We're going to have a picture of Conan by the time we're done. I just hope there are enough blank pages into the end of the earth. But anyway, we'll do that next time as we continue with Framed, where we are going to go to the final challenge of creating our own art. We're going to draw Conan the Barbarian. And we might take it even one step further once we're done here, which is to take this picture, now once we've got our Conan completely done, and maybe swing him into action so he's not just standing there. Either way, I'll wrap this up for now and we'll come back. Thank you, BookTube.